Oh, I sorry about that, like, just bit, like, overworked there for a bit and my throat just, like, caught onto something right there. Seems I didn't get it cleared up enough, but sorry that the stream, like, started off later than usual, but here I am. Okay, good. I feel properly hydrated now, and I definitely can say, wow, forcing me to work 12 hours, and it actually happened yesterday as well. Like, that is just so surprising. I mean, granted, there was a lot of stuff, but my boss, like, emailed before saying that it was just gonna be a chill week, but that ended up being quite the lie there. Like, it was announced on the weekly schedule for this week that everyone, great job, it's gonna be a chill week. I was like, oh, hell yo. Hi, Mochi, how are you? Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. Again, apologies that we are starting an hour later than usual, but I had some good noms. I just, like, chillaxed with, like, a bit of anime, and, well, here I am. Still, like, when I was, like, just talking about how I'm working 12 hours to other store employees, they're like, what? And you did this yesterday too? They were, like, shaking their heads because it wasn't a holiday work week at all, except for Halloween and the days before, which really shouldn't have been a problem at all. I mean, if I would have known, then, I would have requested for, like, more meme submissions, but I don't think it will be necessary. Plus, I don't want to force that onto you guys in case you guys want to be pretty selective with, like, what memes, like, you can react to, so I decided to go against that, as I know a few of you guys would struggle to pick out with what we could watch in a single stream. I'm about to play Pokemon Scarlet. Ah, gotcha. Okay, then. Right, I always keep forgetting. You know, I should really load up, mix it up, and then test the head pad first thing as soon as I get, like, OBS up and everything, so that way there's, like, no freeze. But afterwards, there's, like, no freeze at all, but thank you so much. As it says in the title, Overworked Kitty Butler, but I'm still worth his salt. Like, you see how much energy I got? It takes a lot of willpower. That's something that not everyone has. I've always wondered how college people with big deal majors and a full-time or part-time job do it. I can kind of see why. But still, like, you know, they gotta get a life. Like, I deserve to have a life. I do. Otherwise, how am I gonna keep up with, like, certain things that just, you know, go on in life? Because I'm pretty sure I deserve a life, right? And that those fuckers that my boss decided to hire, you know, I find it so laughable for a well-paying job that I work for. Fucking kids are just hired on the spot, like, not too much work experience needed, I'm betting, and they're just like, welcome aboard. But our hours are, yes, you drive your own vehicle and just make sure that you hustle, and you are going to be so overworked, sore, tired, you're going to love it. It's like, why? I did say, if you have to make exceptions to kind of move along, so long as, like, what's out there in inventory is reasonable, then that's fine, but wow, like, there was a bunch of shit that they just, like, dumped onto me. Even when I got help, like, Thursday, it even wasn't enough, and a lead was involved, which really begs the question with the leadership, like, behind my workplace, you know? And let this be one reason why I am not gonna seek a promotion. The only way... No, there are only two ways. One is if you make it, like, reasonable, like, maybe, like, no difference in work hours. Because if I'm gonna be, like, working, like, 12 hours each day, fuck that shit, no thank you, because I think it would be quite the headache to actually work with, like, newbies that just don't want to do their job. than me making the report. So there's no fucking way that I want to seek a promotion at my workplace, which really comes to say that I really should just move on from this workplace. I should, and find another job. But it's really hard to find a really good paying job because, you know, the economy's shit, and who knows what's gonna happen to the economy next with, like, presidential election coming up. But I won't go too much into detail. Like, all I could say is both sides say they're willing to do something about it. There could be some bad things, there'll be some good things, but all I could say is I'm on my fucking own here, and I live in a state with terrible taxes and a poor retention rate for maintaining people to actually stay in my state. Good schools, but once they graduate, they will just hit the road and move elsewhere with whatever opportunities await them. I even have an in real life friend that was offered to work at Microsoft one time, or it may have been Google. I actually can't remember, but he doesn't really like those big tech companies because they don't exactly treat their workers that well, or maybe it's just Amazon. You know what music you should react? You should react to Divide Music Back Down. Oh, for like a reaction stream in the future, the next time I have to work on holidays? But is that copywritten? Or is this like a YouTube video trend that a bunch of people are doing and VTubers are no exceptions? And what genre is Divide Music Back Down? Divide Music Back Down. Wait, what is that? Is that like a trend with like edits to music videos? Or music in general? Divide Music Back Down. Oh, it is? Oh, so it's edits to... Wait, what goes on in those edits then? Can you explain that to me? I'm sorry, I live under a rock. I'm pretty much forced to when I do a lot of shit for my VTuber work outside of stream and stream at the same time. Like, there's only so much things I can catch up on. I only know of Skibbity Toilet because a favorite VTuber of mine was watching a bunch of those memes on her stream just to say that she watched it. Mainly people react to Divide Music, and it's like a band that inspired different anime and movie music. Oh, okay, so they are a band name. That's what they're doing. Oh, you mean, yeah, on that it's a trend to watch it. I mean, is their music copywritten, or do they have their music free source? Or is it just best if I make a YouTube video out of that? I mean, I'd be down to, like, you know, have some content, like, posted on my YouTube channel. I'd be down for that. Currently, I am having a video editor edit the Mint Hint stream, so that way I can publish it over onto YouTube, because I thought everything going on in that video was so fucking funny, and just a joke about how I'm in the game, I thought it was worth it. Oh, really? I'll find out? So yeah, I guess I'll have to do a YouTube video then. Alright. You're saying that I should find out for myself? I'm gonna try to remember that, but if you put it in the suggestions channel over my Discord server, then I won't forget at all. Because, remember, I'm a workaholic. I'm a workaholic for my job. I'm a workaholic for VTuber stuff outside of streaming and streaming alike, as well as being a yapper, and I am like, I mean, I reacted to it and still haven't uploaded it yet, but I still give them credit to the band. Though, you may still be able to upload, but... Oh, hi, Snowy! Welcome to the stream! Welcome, welcome! Workaholic needs a head pat, thank you! And Mochi gave me a head pat earlier, so... 2 head pats before we get started with gameplay. Oh, that is so good. Thank you! Ah, my god. Me just looking at OBS with, like, this GIF right here just pleases me in so many ways. Also, I just remembered something. I really need to add channel point redeems for good boy, good girl, and good insert with whatever you guys want to be called, like with your pronouns if you want to go by they, them, or if you want to be called like person, darling, you know, just something more gender neutral, but still pretty good to call you guys. I really need to get some like more channel point like redeems going on. Of course, like I have like messed with other things to like make my streams more interactive. Like, for example, if I were to get like a new follower, then I think I'm gonna go like this, which I thought was really cool. It's called VTS React. Oh no. Okay, so when I get a Twitch follow, I do this. And whenever I get a raid, I do this. I've always wondered how other VTubers manage to do it, and, well, I found it. It's VTS React, like, that's what it is. And I still need to add some sound alerts as well, so that way I can bring in a really good experience when it comes to horror games. Like, provide some content for you guys, like, get so startled easily. Like, I can really get startled with the anxiety that I face, like, each day at work. With the momentum that's just built up, it just makes me scream like a girl even more so. That's the chemistry that works well in my brain. So, if you guys ever want to know how I scream like that, be highly induced by anxiety, but not recommended, as most doctors would say. Please do not induce yourself with anxiety to try to copy Midfray the VTuber. Thank you for taking this precautionary notice. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, like seriously, if you can have a job that's like really stable and pays well, then yeah, definitely keep it. But I still always thought that maybe I really should move out of this state, so that way I can live in a place with much better taxes, the work industry does well, and there's a good retention for people actually wanting to stay in the state for me to move out to. As well as hopefully get a much better work culture for where my workplace wouldn't be forced to hire kids like 18 to 20 when 9 out of 10 times they're just gonna want to fuck up whoever's route that they are in charge of on their off days. Yeah, but what state would I move to, and how would I make this transition work out? Like, maybe I should, but then again, like, it also depends if there's any openings for me. I mean, what if, like, you know, they get good flow in of people moving to this state, but they're already booked with, like, the best paying jobs out there that could help me, like, live off by my own really well. I mean, I've always, like, thought about, like, moving out just to get a brand new, fresh start, because I've lived around people I can't exactly mingle with, that my parents would have been more associated with the culture that they've established themselves in. I just felt like left out. I guess mostly because, like, you know, with like religion, or just with like how obsessed with football they were, and I just tried going with the flow, even try to chime in with like saying, yeah, fuck this team, and they were like, okay, you really go that far, huh? I'm like, wait, did I spoke too far, or did I spoke the right way? I can't tell, because even back then, I could not take in social cues that well. Thank you, Mochi, I appreciate it. I know my mom and I work outside of state. It's not too long a drive from where we live, all because it pays more for her teaching career versus what was around us in our state. Ah, gotcha. Though it would be really cool if I had a roommate that could tolerate my screaming, in fact, would be enthusiastic about my screaming, as well as like the rants I go on with my just chatting segments, and me reacting to memes, and I wouldn't mind them like chiming in once every so often, like, hey, more entertainment for me. Like, I can have like the voice in my head just come out and just talk to you guys when they are only supposed to talk to me. Like, how dare a voice in my head try to talk to you guys when they should only be talking to me? Yet I allow it, for content's sake. But I have a feeling that they're gonna eventually cheat on me, and it's gonna lead to nasty NTR business, and the voice in my head will forever leave me. Some say that is a medical hallelujah, but for me, I like to have company in my head, and that's gonna be a huge no-no. That could just be like a whole meme if I were to have a roommate, but back when I was in college, like, I just was like a huge no on having a roommate because I wanted to be able to make content, and I was severely afraid I was going to get judged, even though I never got judged in like the high school I went to when I made vines for a bunch of people. But still, like, you may never know, like, this is a stranger that wasn't associated with your high school culture. Like, what if they just say, bro, I'm trying to study here, can you keep it fucking down? God, you're so cringe. Though, even, I did get called cringe before with, like, making content. I was too desperate, but also too naive to try to make it out there and be unique. Even though a bunch of people will say, oh, to be original, I don't really know her that well, but I could say she doesn't really exist. Everyone steals from each other. It's just the way it works on YouTube or on Twitch. Boo-hoo-hoo. But it can be interpreted broadly, you know? Like, just have, like, a unique approach. I mean, I'm pretty sure unique can be in the vocabulary among content creators, even if it's not original. Or, you know, I mean, when it comes to, like, VTuber characters out there with like display themselves and advertise themselves, I mean, I like the original concepts that they've got. I mean, come on, you gotta give them credit for that. I mean, I'm gonna be coming up with something original for 2.0 in the far future. I'm not gonna really be talking too much about it because, again, it's gonna be secret and in wraps, but every now and then I'll just be like, God, to have a 2.0 would be exciting. Oh my goodness, though, by the time that comes, I still want to be able to, like, bring back ASMR, like, in all honesty, I really miss it, I do, but with schedule conflicts and everything, especially with, like, you know, how I'm really getting the groove of collabs, it's been difficult, but I have thought about including a 5th day to streaming. I have. Although that would result in sacrificing one of the days to hang out with, like, online friends. Although I have dialed it down to once per week already. As I explained to them, I'm really doing well with my VTuber shit, and I do see a good, clear path, and I want to get myself, like, oriented and organized. I hope you guys will understand. Even though us hanging out once a week is still, like, you know, pretty good, but I just hate to be a disappointment to people. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is our ritual. But I have other friends too. I have other friends. It's like, God, I can't please anybody. Everyone has a unique way of playing the exact same game or reacting to videos or movies. I watch several people because I enjoy the reactions and want to see what they thought of a moment, even if it's technically the same content as others I already watched. Oh yeah, Snowy, speaking of reacts, Mochi suggested that I am to react to, what was the name? Divide Music Back Down. Apparently, it's pretty trending to react to their music and just post it on YouTube. What's your thoughts on those reaction videos? Like, I would have to see for myself on what the heck this band is and possibly make a YouTube video about it. I mean, with the YouTube shorts that I gained from my video editor, I most certainly do have the time to make something. I most certainly do, but what are your thoughts on how people react to that music band? Have you ever heard of that band? Mochi said that it inspired a lot of, like, anime games and movies, it seems. I mean, I like a lot of banger openings, like, introduced from anime, and that actually does get me pretty excited, like, ayo. That reminds me, I really should, like, form a list of anime openings that I want to sing. Usually it's best if it's, like, the latest anime openings, and whenever I get the hang of things with singing, that I need to, like, be in touch with, like, my vocalist with, like, how to keep proper track of things. Oh, that's really cool. They have a lot of anime-themed songs that are based around a character or a character story. Oh, I see. Around character or a character story. That specifically? You know, usually I'd say that anime openings and closings are the most memorable like soundtracks you can get, but there are certain things, certain soundtracks in anime outside of openings and endings that really stick to me. Like Demon Slayer is a terrific example. Their themes for a bunch of fights, different character sequences, they are so good that you just really want to look up the specific scenes with those like themes that play in the background just to relive those moments as well as contemplate in life and make yourself feel bigger than you are, such as the, let's just say, black company I work for that's pretty exploitative, that only cares about numbers and the quality of people to actually hire. Even though I would be understanding if it's going to take time and overtime is going to be temporary in order to get the best quality employees to be hired. But because of the terrible economy, there's not that many good workers around, and the best workers are trying to get like the best jobs they could, even if it means vocational training or a trade job to go for. Even though I'm not going for a trade job, but I feel like my brain will go if I were to go to a trade school. So I'm like, no, fuck no, and I would feel pretty terrified. Plus, I would have to invest money to make money, but I'm investing money into my VTuber stuff already. Do you think I can allocate money for like a trade school just for the sake of getting more money? And would I even like the job to do? Would I? Like, would people be friendly to plumbers? I mean, it just seems... I mean, it's not like I could be, you know, totally mathematically inept. I mean, I could do math when it needs to be. I can. Hala CG is someone who makes a lot of songs based on Honkai Star Rail characters too that are banger, like the Kafka Listen to Me song or the Farina song I Promise. That is honestly so pretty and emotional that take bits from the character's story and experiences to make a song around them. Oh, that is so cool. But, you know, since on the topic with video games and their songs, songs from a certain video game that will never leave me is Undertale, as well as the remixes that people put in to make them sound like they're in, like, you know, video games that would be AAA or something adventurous, open world, RPG, or anything like that, just to really give off, like, a good feeling with those fight scenes that you have with certain characters. I personally, I think my personal favorite with like a song from Undertale getting remixed would have to be Mettaton Neo, because I became disappointed when Redacted, because I'm not gonna spoil, even though I totally get the vibes that Toby Fox was going, but again, Redacted, I can't say for those that haven't played Undertale. But to like reimagine it with a remix and making off their own interesting sequence of events to make it feel like how things could have been in an alternate reality. Oh my god, it just fulfills like that missing desire that I have to like hear it in a really good way. You know, it's like great to have all that stuff when you're just like overworked. Ooh, I'm getting kind of tense on my neck right here. I mean, I do my stretches and all, but when you like start working overtime, oh, they can really get to you. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It feels good touching myself. But back on topic with ASMR, like, I find voice acting therapeutic. Funny enough, my manager did send me a tweet saying, hey, we are looking for voice actors that can provide a cartoonish feel for these characters. Now, I thought about it, but if I would have looked at the tweet sooner, I probably could have, like, submitted, like, something and tried out, but they closed out the submissions. I personally would have loved it if I had more time to kind of like prep and just kind of like analyze a character. I think I could do that'd be great. Well, new line to clip. Of course you would. Remember, guys, explanation clip if you're on mobile or have trouble like manually clipping. Explanation clip is there as it is highly convenient, so don't worry if you can't manually clip because there's always the clip function. Of course, we love making clips for Mint. And I love the fact that there's just so many clips made of me. Like, you guys are awesome. I already have, like, a good batch to send over to my video editor. Though, I would have to be put on a wait list. Thankfully, I don't have a long-form video that needs to be submitted, but I believe that I have a good selection of clips to choose from for where come Tuesday and Wednesday. I will sort through all of the clips that have been recently made through the last few streams, and I will pick the best ones, send it over to them. Though there is another very well-renowned clipper that I follow on both Twitter and Bluesky that decided to open up their commissions on VGen. I forgot their name, but I can picture what their icon is with their profile picture, but I also don't know how to describe it other than being kind of like a yellow robot. I don't know if that provides any clues as to who I am talking about. I could picture it, but I just can't read the words off of the picture in my head, which is funny enough, because I feel like I'm in total serenity with kind of making peace with the fucked up situation I am in real life. So I have a whole new sense of heightened focus going on. But hey, I'll look through and see if they're still hiring in case, like, you know, hopefully they didn't like stock full too much on commissions. Like, how many commissions can a video editor take? Oh, if I know. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like, back on topic again with ASMR. Like, I am thinking about doing an extra day specifically for ASMR streaming, because I really want to make something great out of myself, and I really still want to utilize like ASMR even for my 2.0 of how to advertise myself. And I just really want to evolve that skill because I like to voice act however I can, and ASMR is like really therapeutic for me. Like, even if I'm not like listening to ASMR during bedtime, I love like making your guys' day. I really do. Do I gotta sneeze? Are you gonna fucking sneeze? Where's a bright light that I can look at? I got it. I got the sneeze. Oh my god. Yeah, some people sneeze because of bright lights. That's me. I was born with that gene for where if I look directly at the sun, I sneeze. It's always lovely seeing your content and chatting with you. Thank you. Oh my god, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. But now I got a stuffy nose. But yeah, I really want to get back into ASMR. Now, I'm not sure if I would directly get back into working for my ASMR channel specifically with like recorded footage of my voice, as I keep changing my mind with like what I want to go for exactly with like, you know, good scripts to go for. Even though like, let's say I could definitely go for something holiday themed. Like, I know a VTuber that I follow did something for Halloween, as she's both a gamer and an ASMR artist, so she's a hybrid content creator. I sneeze at the sun too, it just makes the wheel nose itchy. I often sneeze after I come out of an enclosed building, whether it's a warehouse or the grocery store I go to if I'm like there for long hours. Because when you adjust to bright light, like your eyes take the time to adjust properly. But it seems that in order for me to properly adjust to the bright lights outside, I start sneezing, and then all of a sudden I feel like I can properly look around my surroundings and just go about my day. Like, the sun used to bother me for where I often wore sunglasses back when I was a kid and in my late teens. But it seems that I've just adapted to not really needing them. I'm starting to wonder if it's because, like, my body needs some vitamin D that it really wants the sun, even if it is fucking bright, for where I'm able to get some more vitamin D that way. Though I don't really take vitamin D supplements because I do get exposed by the sun by just being in my fucking car. So it actually is proven to be good enough, as well as the occasional times I just go outside and walk around outside of my apartment. So I actually am doing pretty good on vitamin D, but back when I've worked a night job as well as inside of a warehouse, I definitely needed vitamin D supplements, as it felt like my bones were aching. Like, damn, like, it just felt like such a drag to even just walk around, and I wasn't feeling good. I had to call in sick a few times, and when I went to the doctor about it, she told me, oh, this means you're vitamin D deficient, because it's so common, even in this state, that you really need to take some vitamin D supplements. You are not alone, little Minty, because a whole bunch of people out there are vitamin D deficient without realizing it, but I'm glad that there's a small percentage of people like you that seek help for it. To get sunlight for myself, but not to get a stuffy nose from pollen outside, I pull open my window blinds to get my dose of sunlight. It also probably helps that at this one store, there is a chance that I can be struck by bright light from how high the windows are, because it is a humongous grocery store. And when you're at a certain angle, it just really hits you and you really can't do your job at all. It's Jesus telling you, Minty, stop being so overworked. Let this be a sign. Take risks. Invest all the money you work from overtime into VTubing. Live long and prosper. I am not Spock, but it's still fucking true. You know, it probably is a sign. I think it is a great sign for me to consider how I am doing well with VTubing, and I have nothing to fear money-wise. And I'm even like starting to get a bit better with like how to allocate my funds easily, though I think this means I'm gonna need to eat out less as much as I love to, and how it's great stress relief for me. I don't think I could just go to my favorite boba shop once every week, or go to my favorite cafe. Oh god, I'm drooling over the thought of the cafe to go to. To take a mandatory break for the cafe. Oh god, my mouth is drooling. I just want the sweet mocha. I love their mocha. They brew their coffee so damn good. It's way better than Starbucks. Why can't e-boys and e-girls just fuck off with Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and just go to a cafe? Or do a lot of them go to cafes and I just don't realize it? Though I'm very pale, so I'm quick to burn if I'm outside too long, so I gotta be careful with sunlight. I become the bright light due to the sun glowing off my pale self. I'm even paler than my friend who is Irish. Oh, you did tell me about this! I remember. Yeah, you were definitely a vampire from Twilight. So, Snowy, what's Edward like? What was Edward like back in the 2000s when those movies were really popular? Or would you say the books better represent you guys, huh? You say you're a snow leopard, but it turns out you're a vampire. You lie to us. You lie. I bet those ears you have are fake, huh? And then you just go on and on about like, hey, it's Snow Leopard Day, guys. It's me! Trying to hide the fact you're a vampire? I know the lines from the movies because my mom watched those so much. I've only seen the first one, fun fact, just like, I don't know, 10 times because my mother decided to put it up randomly on TV, and I was like, I got nothing better to do. I'll watch it. Oh, really? You got fangs? Like, are you saying you're in real life and... No, wait, no, your model has fangs. That's right. Has him showing gonna nom you who you are. Oh, you're gonna nom me, huh? I mean, Okay, wait, I actually probably... Okay, if I were to get eaten by a mountain lion or whatever in real life, say if I'm just lost in the woods and I die and I get eaten, I'm probably gonna taste really well to them because I cook really good food at home, so I would definitely make a wild animal's day if they were to feed off of me because I have so many good nutrients within my own body because I don't drink soda as often as I used to. I take a fair amount of coffee each day, or sometimes I just skip certain days just to let myself rest and get that luxurious feeling of accomplishment once I take a cup. And I work out really well, so my muscles have a good lean to them. Yeah, I should be a good fine meal for a wild animal to take. Taking you are what you eat, literally. Exactly. Like, they're gonna be so grateful that, oh man, this human tastes good. Like, I could definitely taste the banh mi and boba, but it's not too much, it's just right. And coffee? Well, I do feel pretty energized eating this human. And, oh, the mosquitoes that they made for dinner last night? Oh man, I could definitely taste the fried corn from this human. Wow, this human tastes really good. Yeah, it's a real good thing that I'm eating this human right here, right now, and no other animals here to take him. Oh, he's all mine. My nose is still stuffy from sneezing. Maybe I shouldn't have allowed myself to sneeze or try to sneeze naturally, where I would just not be so stuffy. Oh my god, my nose. I have actually been called a vampire before though, because I usually am up at night, sleep during the day, and I'm very pale and pretty strong with things. Yes, I know. I can carry about 5 or 6 heavy bags of groceries on both arms pretty easily when going to the house. That is fucking pog. I mean, I would do that if I haven't need to like manually unlock the door to my apartment complex and then just carefully pry the door open. I would be like you. I probably would be as strong as you to handle that many groceries at a time, but the complexities with getting inside my dorm. Otherwise, yeah, I would be strong. And maybe handle my job a whole lot better. Even though it's just a ritual to do once a week, but you know, it can help with muscle development. Well, besides the pressing news with like how my work has been going, I think that I got some bright news to share. So, remember how I was like talking about how, you know, I could be gender fluid and maybe go along with they, them pronouns as well? Though, I've decided that I think he, him will apply to me just fine. I thought about it carefully, and, you know, I think I'm just a unique kind of guy that has his own sense of appeal for where I wouldn't be too shy to try out makeup. I wouldn't be too shy to try out something stylish. But does that mean that I'm anything different? No. Even though I would still be, you know, me regardless if I had extra pronouns or not, but I just think that because I often see myself as a guy and wanting to be the best example of a guy but wanting to stand out as a guy, I think he, him is just fine with me. So I'm still gonna like try to like grow out my hair to look good with long hair. And maybe if like such opportunities arise, like get a bit of like eyeliner going on my eyes, because hey, men can look pretty with good eyeliner, not gonna lie. And you know, we've seen a bunch of men in Genshin Impact for where they look hella sexy with their long hair, as well as like bit of androgynous clothes going on. I think something like that could just be just fine. Well, maybe not like, you know, flamboyant, or I'm not sure how to describe, like nothing like a dress up, if that makes sense, for where, you know, just kind of go on the streets day to day. Wow, my stuffy nose is like starting to make me not talk that right. I could feel how congested my nose is right now. Why did I have to sneeze? Why? But still, this really was healthy for me to explore, for where I took the time to think about it. I didn't have the trauma from my parents to stop me, especially since they moved away and I had more time to think about myself. So, yay me! So it turns out that if I were to continue cross-dressing when I was a little child that my sister got me into, even though it was just once, turns out I just think it's really cool to just say fuck the norms and let's just have fun, y'all. That is perfectly fine. We all have our own uniqueness to ourselves. It's amazing though that you thought over all of this. You rock the eyeliner. Long hair is very nice. Careful not to get too many tangles though. Those suck so bad to comb through. Wouldn't the primary solution be though is to get some really good conditioner? Because if you had really good conditioner rather than just primarily relying on shampoo, then one should be fine, right? Or just because one has conditioner, it still takes a fuck ton of brushing in order to ensure the bristles on each hair strand don't get unrefined. Okay, my nose is definitely getting congested. Let me see if, like, hydrating myself works. I wonder if I should go blow my nose. Or if it will just go in naturally. Okay, I'm starting to breathe out of my mouth. So, I'm just gonna go blow my nose real quick. But I am going to be right back, okay? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get this nose blown out. I'm gonna get it blown out. Okay, I feel a whole lot better. Yeah, as soon as I blow that... Yeah, I definitely could tell that I needed to blow that nose. I didn't think it was too congested, but it looks like my point was proven wrong. So, I'm back. Well, it still feels a bit stuffy, so I guess it's gonna take a while before my nose feels satisfied that it's up in the clear. I wonder if it's because fall is around that. I mean, I'm getting used to, like, pollen and such, so I shouldn't, like, really be too concerned. In fact, when I used to live in Texas, like, my allergies would have just gotten, like, a whole lot worse back then. Imagine that. Gosh, I hate having a stuffy nose. I've been dealing with that all week through the season changes. Right? Okay, I'm gonna get this game started. So, I'm gonna stream for however long I can. Because I'm starting to feel like the energy weighing down on me. I mean, I work 12-hour shifts like 2 days in a row. Ooh, I feel kind of wheezy right now, but I just want to be able to just to play. We could play for at least a bit. Wow. I'm really feeling it. Wow, I'm really feeling it. What is... Well, shit. What, just as soon as I'm ready to get some gameplay going on? Wow. Again, if I would have known, then I definitely would have requested, like, more memes to be submitted. Oh. Ugh. Why am I breathing so hard? Yeah. Wow. Wow, shit. I don't know if I could actually play. I mean, I did felt delirious before, but I solved that by eating, but wow. Yeah. Shit, just when I... I'm sorry guys, false alarm. It turns out that I do not have what I need for energy to stop playing. Yeah, it just really hits you, like, you deny, like, the fatigue you feel when you get used to overtime, but then it just hits you right back. Oh well. At least I tried. I'll just find somebody to raid for the time being. But wow. Man, sometimes this is just, like, very, very unpredictable. Maybe what I could do next time is I could just stockpile on memes, like, for me to, like, watch in case the unexpected happens. If it's not a holiday run, or sometime during the summer. So, let me see who I can raid. First up, let me go ahead and put this in for the raid message for everyone to copy and paste. Again, my apologies, but we learn and let go. I'm going to see about, like, stockpiling on emergency memes. May not be a big list, but it could definitely be up to par in case... Oh, hey, I haven't rated Cena yet. Cena Fawn? I should totally raid into them. I mean, him. I need to raid into him. Yeah, I never got the chance to do that. Yeah, I need to. Maybe hydrate a bit more. It feels physical. That's... I can't even... Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't talk. I actually can't. I know I took my inhaler as I needed to be, but goddamn, wow. Well, you guys take care. I'm gonna rest up.